see that a lot of you women are boring. Boring like waiting on paint to dry. Like boring as hell. You have no fun, no excitement, no laughter within your life, but you expect a man to want to come in and be a part of that. No, that's not how this works. No, you're gonna have to learn how to take a joke, how to laugh, how to let go and enjoy life. I mean, you have to learn how to be exciting, be interesting. And it's okay if you don't know how to be, because I'm gonna teach you. Come on. Hi and welcome. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Cherie. Welcome to A Complete Vibe. And over here we discuss personal development, self-improvement, manifestations, just anything you can do to become a better version of yourself. So I want to make a video today about how I've been able to attract or get every single man that I've ever wanted. And also note, before I even start, this video is pertaining to a certain type of man. If you have a desire for dusties, then this video may not be for you. Matter of fact, it's not for you, because I just can't vibe with a dusty. And by dusty, I don't mean his physical appearance, but dusty as in his mentality, the way he thinks, the way he moves, how he behaves, how he treats other people. Just a low quality type of man. That's not what I vibe with. So if that's your desire, if that's your type of man you like, then baby girl, this video is not gonna help you at all. So like I said, this video is for ladies who are desiring a high quality man, you know, a great guy, a guy with great morals, great values. You know, he knows how to treat people around him. You know, he has a nice personality. Just the overall great guy. And high quality and high earner are not always the same thing. A lot of the times there are two different men. So again, this is not even speaking on a high earning man. This is speaking directly on a high quality man. Okay? Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, detach from the outcome. So this is why, you know, a lot of times, say a woman is trying for years to conceive a baby and she never is able to. And then say maybe she adopts, or, you know, something else is going on in her life that takes center stage. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she becomes pregnant. Why? Because she has detached from the outcome. So you do this by first getting very clear about your intention or your desire. And or whatever type of man you want, you get very clear on this type of man. And you do this by you visualize it, you ask for it, and then you proceed to let it go. You let it be. Perfect example of this is, say you get paid every Friday, right? Your money is in your account Friday at 8 a.m. every single Friday. So it's no point. You're not going to check your account on Wednesday for that deposit that you know is coming on Friday, because you know that's when it always gets deposited, on the Friday. So it's no point to check it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because you know your money will be in there on a Friday. That's the exact same thing about detaching from the outcome. Basically, you're going to set it and forget it. Oprah uses this technique a lot. She described it as basically the same thing, setting it and forget it. Forget it. You know, you get clear about your intention and then you let it out into the universe and you ask for it. You know, you pray to your higher source, pray to yourself, pray to the spirits, whoever you pray to. You ask for it and then you let it go. And you let go of the how, you let go of the when, you let go of all of that, because you have to know, just like you know your check will be deposited on Friday, you have to just know that it'll come to you eventually. So that's your first step. You're going to detach from the outcome. And another tip, or another reason why detaching from the outcome works, is if you've ever been wanting to talk to a guy or wanting a guy to act right and he doesn't. So you stop talking to him, you like block him, you move on, and then months or weeks later he comes back and he's like begging for your attention or begging for you to give him a second chance. It's because it was a power shift. And that's because, you know, the power shift happens. Now you have the power because you let go of the you let go of the outcome. It's the same philosophy. Let it go and forget, set it and forget it. Let it go and forget it. Get very clear about your intention and your desire. You ask for it, you visualize it, then you let it go. Kind of like too, you know, if you've ever been like obsessed with someone and then for whatever reason you stop being obsessed with them and then it kind of seems like they come back into your life, that's why you've detached from the outcome. So that's the first step. Number two, you have to learn how to be interesting, but not too interested. You know, a lot of women, when they meet a guy for the first time, like day 2, second day in, you want to know what he doing, where he going, who he with, what he eating, what he doing, where he working, where he going, what he thinking about, how he feel about you. Like, women become invested way too quickly. Have your own stuff going on. You know, I've said it once and I will say it again. You are your best priority. So what do you have going on? What do you like to do? Figure it out. If you're having a hard time kind of discovering who you are, what type of woman you are, what type of things you like, try Groupon. Like, I kid you not, I have done so many things because of Groupon. I've skydived twice. Here, I will insert a picture. Yeah, so I've skydived twice. I've done fencing. I've done horseback riding. I've done horseback riding in the city, but I've also done horseback riding on the mountain. I've done cooking classes. I mean, I have learned or been able to explore and experiment so many things because of Groupon. So you can't even say it's for financial reasons, because you can figure out something that you enjoy or something that you want to try, you have a desire to do. Figure out what makes you interesting. It's more to life than getting up, going to work, going to pick the kids up, coming home, cooking. Like, that's most women's life. You go to work, you go to school, you go to church, you go home. That's it. It's like, well, damn, girl, you don't have no excitement in your life. Like, where's the time for you? When are you doing something that you like? So like I said, become interested. Find things you like to do and start doing them. Fill your life with things you like to do. Fill your life with things you enjoy. Even if it's morning walks, you know, during sunrises. Everything doesn't have to break the bank, but you have to make it a point to discover what you like and what you enjoy, or, you know, you just have to make yourself a priority. When you have your own stuff going on, I promise you, you're going to become more interesting. People are going to want to be around you more because your life is exciting. Like, you have stuff going on. You're not, like I said, just going to work, going home, going to church, going to school. You have stuff going on. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be around no boring person, because I can be boring by myself, you know? So it makes no sense to be around a boring person. Find things you like to do and tap into it. Start doing it. Start incorporating things into your life. Incorporate multiple things. Make it a point, you know, for at least so many hours a week, you're doing something that brings you joy, that brings you happiness. It's so many classes out there. Like, anything you could possibly be interested in, it's a class you can take. It's classes on photography and editing. Like, it's classes on jewelry making, pottery making, like, you name it, is some type of class out there. So like I said, start to make yourself a priority. Find something that you enjoy, that's gonna something that you have interest in, and start doing those things. Okay. Number 3. Number 3. Men are visual creatures, you know. So, but again, like, yeah, if your desire is to have a man, they are physical creatures, so what you look like does matter. But at the same point, remember that all of this is for you. All of this, everything you're doing is to make you a better person, you a better woman, you to feel great and good and confident and beautiful about yourself. This is all for you first. The man is just the icing on the cake. So always keep that in mind. They're just the tip of the iceberg, you know. So with them being visual creatures, you know, how are you looking? What makes you feel good? Not to say you have to be in full-blown makeup and high heels every day, but what makes you feel good on your day-to-day? You know, when you look in the mirror, what looking back at you will make yourself think like, yeah, I'm beautiful. Like, yeah, I look good today. You know, start with your basic grooming. Learn how to, I know this is crazy, but I also know a lot of women don't know how to do basic things. You don't know how to like properly care for your body, properly care for your vagina, you know, take care of your take care of your skin and moisturize and you know, just do basic hygiene things. And it's not okay, but you know, as long as you have a desire to learn and do better and become a better version of yourself, then that's all that matters. So take the proper steps to, you know, to deal with your hygiene and your grooming. Figure out what style fits best for you. You know, are you a sneaker girl? Are you a skirt girl? Like, figure out your style and then rock with it. Be consistent. Stop waking up and just going out the door looking like anything. And like I said, you don't have to be in full glam. Like, it's cute sweatsuits out there you can put on and look nice and look cute, you know, with your little sneakers and stuff. So if it's a will, it's a way. Make proper grooming a part of your daily plan. Also, emphasize your best body parts. And it doesn't always have to be, you know, your breast or your bottom. You know, if you know you have beautiful eyes, start emphasizing that. You know, find makeup routines that allow your eyes to pop even more. You know, like, find your best asset and work with it. Also, make sure you start taking care of yourself mentally and physically. And so what I mean by that is pay attention to your intake. What are you taking in? What type of conversations are you having with people? You know, are you always negative? Are you always gossiping? Stop that. Like, stop. Don't do that. Stop doing that, because it plays a part when you are constantly gossiping, constantly watching reality TV shows with people fighting and arguing and bickering. It does take a toll on you. It does seep down into your subconscious, whether you want to believe it or not. That's a fact. It plays into your subconscious. So you will start acting that way without even noticing or without even understanding why, because it has seeped down into your subconscious. So pay attention to your intake. Pay attention to, you know, when you're out with your girlfriends, what type of conversations are y'all having? Are y'all talking about every single woman that walks by? Like, why? What does the woman walking by have to do with y'all? You know, why are you not talking about building wealth? How you're happy, how you found a new hobby, how, you know, you're in a good state of your life and you're so proud of yourself for getting there. Like, start changing your conversation up if all you are talking about is negativity. Because negativity, like, you know, you are what you eat, you are what you consume as well. So chill out with that negativity. Change up your conversations, change up your friend groups. If that's all the people you hang around want to talk about, find new people to hang around with. You know, everybody isn't like that. Every woman isn't mean and gossiping and catty and, you know, wants to fight and do all that stuff. Like, we adults now. You should have left that alone when you were 12, 10 years old. It's time to grow up and mature and step into the woman that you really are. And let go of that negativity. Okay, and my fourth step. Do y'all like my earrings? These are so pretty. I used to have a boutique, but I don't anymore. But I had a boutique and I sold these earrings and I absolutely love them. So anywho, y'all didn't come here for that. But number 4, feminine energy cannot be denied. I mean, it just cannot be. And I know it's women out there who may say, oh, I don't have any feminine energy. That's BS. you're born with it. It's within your essence. And feminine energy isn't always about being light and like ditzy or like having a blonde moment. That's not it at all. Feminine energy, divine feminine energy is about knowing who you are as a woman, knowing your likes, your dislikes, who you are to your core. Because knowing this as well will help you know, if you know exactly what type of woman you are, then you know exactly what type of man fits best with you. As for me, I know that an alpha male doesn't work with me. I'm not an alpha woman, but I know just that alpha type of male does not work best for me. I know the sigma male, the absolute best with me. And the difference between a sigma male and an alpha male is the sigma male has the same qualities and traits as an alpha male. However, he is more introverted. So he's more laid back. He's more reserved. You know, he doesn't have to be in the forefront all the time, yet he is respected. His name does carry weight. But like I said, he just doesn't have to be like on the club, jumping on couches and doing all that rah-rah stuff. He doesn't have to do any of that. And, you know, he cares about his relationships. He cares about how he treats people. He does have women wanting to be with him, but say like if he has 100 women phone numbers in his phone, he doesn't have a desire to like try to mac all 100 women. You know, like he cares about the quality of his relationships. And yeah, that's my type of man. I love a sigma male. So y'all can keep the alphas. I love me a good sigma male, honey. But like I said, I understood that's the type of man that I like and works best for me because I understand me at my core. I know I love a provider type of man, a protector type of man, a man who would do absolutely anything for me. A man who will put my needs in front of his own. A man who pays attention to what I like, what I don't like. He pays attention to my needs and act on it accordingly. Case in point. And then this is also why feminine energy is so important. So yesterday I went to a restaurant and it was a game on yesterday. Well, really, I had went to the restaurant the night before and the food was so good, so I decided to go back the next day. But I go to the restaurant, I go to the bar, it's a game on. I stay in the South, so football, like game days are real big here. So the game was on, the bar was full of men. It was one seat available. So, you know, I go up to the seat and I asked the guy who was sitting next to the seat. I asked him if the seat was available, and he goes, yeah, of course, sit down, you know, feel free. So I sat down, I ordered, you know, we talked for a little while, nothing crazy, but we talked for a little while, had our small talk. I ordered my food. When my waiter came and brought my food, he laid my food down and he walked off before I realized I didn't have any silverware. So I was like, you know, I'll just sit here and wait for him to come back. Well, maybe I only had to sit there like a few seconds, like I would say even 5 seconds was pushing it. I sat there for a very few seconds. The guy next to me gets up and I was like, oh, I wonder where he going. He gets up, finds me 3 silverwares and bring them back to me. He was like, that's what you needed, right? And I was like, yes, sweetie, that's what I needed. Thank you. Okay, so I eat my food. Everything was fine. Food was A1. And when it was over, well, when I was done eating, I was waiting for the waiter to come back so I could ask for a to-go plate. Well, as soon as the waiter came around the corner, the guy next to me, he was like, hey, my man, she needs a to-go plate. He was like, you want a to-go drink too, don't you? And I was like, yeah, shit, I do. And he was like, yeah, make sure she gets her to-go drink as well. And that type of man is what I desire. Like, I love a man who puts forth effort with no problem, who anticipates your needs and acts on it. Like, that's my love language. Quality time, physical touch, all of that is good, but effort is my love language. I swear, like, you start moving mountains for me and I have no choice but to do the same for you. So, like I said, feminine energy can move mountains. Feminine energy will have men doing things they never thought they would do before. This is why also, if you've ever seen like a fine, I mean like a fine man and a okay woman, physically, like she just looks okay, and you may ask yourself like, dang, I wonder why they're together. 10 times out of 10, it's because that woman knows how to tap into her feminine energy, or she is just a feminine woman. And she knows how to tap into them traits and them characteristics, and that's what made him weak for her. You know, I don't know why we have gotten so far away from just embracing femininity and being that feminine woman and that divine being. And so God is like, I don't know how we just got so far away from that, but we need to go back over there to where you know, where we once were, because that's why so many women feel such a disconnect from man. That's why so many women are envious or jealous, or, you know, they get frightened or timid when a man comes around. It's because you have not tapped into your feminine energy. It's the same as when you're a woman and kids are around. You know, you have that nurturing mother-like spirit, and not to say you need to nurture a full-grown man, because that's not it, but all a man is a older kid. So yeah, sometimes they do need that nurturing energy and that caring personality around them, because it balances both parties out. You get it? So if you know how to be caring and loving and, you know, sweet to a child, you can be that same way with a man. And you will see how just your dating life or the way you're treated by men will start to change or improve for the better. Okay? Okay. Last but not least, also when it comes to feminine energy or the feminine being, focus on being and not so much the doing. You know, like a lot of women lead with, oh, I can cook, I can clean, I can do this, I know how to make his toes curl in the bed. That's fine and all, but focus on being. And when I say focus on being, I mean, who are you at your core? Are you nurturing? Are you caring? Are you a supportive person by nature? Are you able to speak? Are you able to calm down the beast in him when he's upset? Like, who are you? Who you be? Shit. Like, who are you? Figure that out so you can figure out what type of man that will work best for you. You know who you are to your core. Like, take time out. Start asking yourself questions like, you know, this or that. Would I rather be with a man who knows how to talk to me when I'm upset? Or would I rather be with a man who gets quiet? Or, you know, like, what type of communication do I want from a partner? You know, do I care about if we speak every day, or, well, not speak every day, but speak all during the day? Like I said, get to know who you are to your core. Get to know who you are as a woman so you can make the necessary adjustments on the type of man you want. So you'll know, like, I know right off, if a man approaches me and he's with that rah-rah and he's all upset and he got to be the life of the party, I know I know it's not going to work. It's no point for me to give you my number. It's no point for us to talk and engage. No, because I know what type of man I desire and what type of man works best with me. So make it a point. Focus on your being. Like I said, figure out who you are, what you like, what you desire, what you don't like. Get very clear on who you are. Spend time with yourself. Figure out who you are. I think we always make it a point to be, what would be the perfect woman for a man? No, forget that right now. Focus on, well, not forget that right now, because that's why you're here to begin with. But you still need to figure out who you are. Who you are, not what you can do. Okay? Okay. And my last tip And also understand a man's basic core needs. I would tell anybody, when you first meet someone, don't be so quick to have sex with them. Like, I know I'm sounding like the old grandma auntie, but look, seriously, don't do it. Because you don't even know this person. This person is about to enter into your body. And not only is your body a temple, but your body recognizes spirits. And a person can leave their DNA inside your body, and that DNA becomes part of you. It's a real thing. So don't be so quick to engage in sex, but learn how to be sensual. As a woman, you should be sensual. You should know how to walk into the room and, without doing anything, be able to grab everyone's attention. You know, you should be able to walk through a restaurant and heads are slowly turning to notice you, because they're picking up on your energy. Kind of like when somebody is staring at you and you're not even looking at them, and they may be staring at you from the side or staring at you from the back. You feel that energy. So it makes you turn around, or it makes you figure out where this energy is coming from. It's the same thing when you're connected to your feminine energy, baby. They will stop and stare. They will pay attention. But like I said, start understanding a man's basic core needs. You know, he needs to feel appreciated. He needs to feel supported. He needs to be fed. He needs to be encouraged. And also, you can't be everything to someone else if you're nothing to yourself at first. Like, if you don't take anything else away from this video, understand that it all starts with you. You are your best priority. Everything starts with you. Whatever you want to attract, you have to be that as well. You cannot want a amazing top tier 10 type of man and you're garbage yourself. It just does not work like that. And even if you do get him, you will not be able to keep him. So, like I said, if you don't take nothing else away, know that it all starts with you. Become a better woman for yourself first. You know, figure out who you are to your core. Figure out what you like. Figure out what makes you happy. Figure out what makes you glow. What makes you radiant. What makes you just want to smile and say hi to everybody. You have to figure out who you are to the core. Embrace that. And then you will be able to start not only attracting the exact type of man you want, but you'll be able to recognize when someone is not that type of man. Okay? Well, that's all I got for y'all today. So, see you next time. Peace.